Welcome to TPK Roleplay, and welcome to the 7th episode of our Curse of Strahd campaign, Dark Echoes. This campaign, while based on the standard module from Wizards of the Coast, has been modified using additional content from a variety of sources. Dark Echoes will be a vivid exploration of classic Gothic horror tropes and monsters of all kinds. It may be a brutal, stressful, and grim experience and is not for the faint of heart. Please know that those of us around the virtual table have given our consent to explore these topics together as respectfully as we can, but if you, the viewer, should feel uncomfortable at any point, please make sure to step away, get some air, stretch your legs, and check in on us again later. And with that, I am LUKALOCK, and I will be your dungeon master. Players, if you want to go around, introduce yourselves.
Absolutely. Hi, I'm Osiris Franco, and I play Ireena Kolyana, the Human Ranger. Passing it on over to Cole.
Hello, everybody. I am Kohlrabi. I play Colin the Antiquarian.
Hello, everyone. I am Tyrant, and I play Winchester the Druid.
Hey, I'm Tony playing Toby.
You've merged.
Toby the lizard. Yeah, we're just one. We are Legion for we are many. Toby the Lizard Folk Barbarian.
Hello, I am Turk. I'm playing Alexander Sergeyevich Leonid, the Human Sorcerer.
All right. You guys are currently at... Let's see. I'll pull up the image for you again.
World's worst Airbnb.
It was free. What do you want?
You have traveled from Searpool up into the highlands, the craggy cliffs and steadily climbing mountains, and have stayed the night at an abandoned watchtower. Let me switch you over there. Alexander, I believe you slept up on the 3rd floor, and the rest of you are down here in the main level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You all wake, though it's not because of sunlight streaming in, but more just that your body senses that it must be dawn. And you are in the floor of this castle. The little fire that you made last night is now just glowing embers.
Hey, DM.
Yes?
Colin would like to wake up and immediately do a perception check for how the sun looks. Hey, Dev.
Go do that. Go do your perception check.
Right. That is a 13 with Dev's -2.
What you will notice upon poking your head out the door of the watchtower is there is no sun. It is overcast and has continued to be that way since you've arrived here. You have not seen the sun since coming to this land.
What a beautiful day. I slept terrible, so I'm gonna go make some coffee and be right back.
All right, well, Colin is making his coffee, both in-game and in real life. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I think I need determined. Find out how I slept.
Roll a con save for me.
I don't want to. But thanks to purple, I have advantage. A 19.
A 19. You slept, and though you do not have memories of the dreams, you know that they were wonderful. Golden, and beautiful, and the world still appears gray and dull compared, though you do feel somewhat more rested.
Yes. Finally, we're out of the exhaustion, everybody.
But this world still is lacking in color, in vibrancy, in appeal, really, to you.
I mean, that's just
compared to
Barovia.
the dreams you've been having.
All right. So yeah, feeling better, but he's gonna grab one of the obviously loose rubble and just try to like file his nails down because they just gotten really long and sharp, and usually they don't last. They don't get this sharp and stay that sharp that long. Last time he did this was about a month or a week ago, and they take about a month to grow back.
All right. What is everyone else doing?
Winchester will wake up very groggily, look around, and then we'll also join Colin and going to make and retrieve coffee.
It is wonderful coffee that we are brewing together off screen.
Toby?
Hmm?
What exactly are you doing? I've not seen you so active in the early morning. Are you
Filing my nails down. They're kind of sharp.
Oh. Do you not wish them to? I assumed. Well, I guess that was an assumption.
Oh, they're just too sharp. I don't want to accidentally hurt somebody.
Are you feeling quite better? You sound better.
I think so. I'm not tired, like as tired anymore, but
I know that Barovia can seem rather dreary, and I imagine for those who've come from other places, it must be doubly so.
well, the swamps weren't super bright, but not as gray.
Would you like some breakfast? We've got some different ration items that we can throw together.
Sure.
Oh, really? Oh, this is wonderful news. I've been saving this particular herb, and she will rummage around in her pack and pull out some freshly gathered herbs. I saw this on our journey. I thought maybe it would make the food taste better. I guess now we'll actually find out. And she'll set herself to making breakfast.
Okay. Alexander, what are you doing up there in your lonely tower up by yourself?
Gosh, he's gonna sing a solo. But no, he's looking out the spyglass one more time, noting down what he sees.
The land and world around you just wreathed in a terrible storm.
That's what he thought. He's just gonna tilt it to look down at the ground and begin heading back.
If you were to do that, you would catch a glimpse of your foot, and there is mist swirling all around you.
Look at it again, just on the ground and like around the room, like.
The mist seems to be mainly around you.
Don't like that. Just gonna leave it there. This thing is terrifying and bad, and I don't like it. I'm going downstairs.
Okay.
I'm telling Mom.
Yes, Alex, dear, I'm here.
I'm so glad that you did it because that was my joke too.
But yeah, I'm just gonna head downstairs.
Okay.
Can I? No, I cannot.
I'll move you.
You have to fly down here.
I must, yeah. I'll T-pose and descend.
Excuse me, my people need me.
And you
Winchester
truly did.
is going to spend a little bit of time drinking his coffee, and as he drinks his coffee, he makes loud, like throat clearing noises that kind of devolve into more primal noises as he coughs and he kind of sputters. But you can kind of tell he's like, it's almost like he's warming up.
Are
And
you
he
okay?
He just coughs and he like starts to growl. And this goes on for how long?
This freaks Ireena out big time. If he's growling, she's going to look at him and be like, Winchester, what on earth?
He'll just, without stopping, he'll just...
Winchester, that's not funny.
How long does ritual cast? Does it add
A
10
minute?
minutes?
Well, I guess it
10
depends.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's plus 10 minutes.
Okay, so this happens for about 10 minutes.
What?
Winchester, what are you doing?
So he'll take a break. I'm casting a spell. Just give me a moment. So I guess he'll get up and walk away. So because everybody else is uncomfortable. So he'll walk outside. But he's gonna cast Speak with Animals as a ritual.
Alright.
And he's gonna just kind of stand outside with his mug of coffee. Now that this is cast.
Yeah.
And he's gonna look around for any animals to converse with.
Also, now that it is morning, with the dull gray light of the morning sky, of the overcast morning sky, you can now kind of see your surroundings, and you can see the craggy highlands around you, and in the distance to the south, you can catch the barest glimpse of a small lake. And then northwards of that lake, you can see the highlands actually climbing upwards into just impossibly high mountains with snow-capped peaks kind of lost in the misty skyline. And you're gonna look around for animals. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Sloop. 10?
Okay. Yeah. You are going to hear some ravens to the south.
How far away? Close enough where I could actually walk over to them? Or...
A fair distance.
Our current direction does... Well, actually, I hear ravens, yeah?
Uh-huh.
What are they saying?
You would need to get a little closer.
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I don't want to
Good plan. Good plan. Good plan.
I don't want to
If Winchester is like actively seeking out, trying to figure stuff out, since they're both kind of in the same area, before he gets far away, Colin will just walk up behind him and pull a different... I don't know what's happening.
Nothing.
A different music box out of all his items and start to play a lovely little tune that Winchester will also forget by the morning. You now have guidance for 1d6, and you also have the benefits of an augury spell.
How many music boxes do you have?
I have a lot, Toby. How many do you have?
None.
Okay, so you're gonna come out and you're gonna stand next to Winchester, and you guys are just both casting your morning spells over your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing augury?
He gets both guidance and augury. So he can cast the augury spell now.
Oh, okay.
And then he can add 1d6 to any ability checks he does for the next minute. Or,
How
I think
long can he
ability
cast
check.
augury for?
It just says the target gains the benefits of an augury spell. I also know any results discerned from this spell if I cast it on a creature other than myself, and the bonus gained from the guidance spell is increased to 1d6. I think it's just 1 minute in line with guidance, so...
It's fine. I'm going to cash it in now. Use augury to know, is going to talk to the ravens worth it?
Okay, you will get nothing back, but I do need you to roll a religion check.
Get nothing back? No weal or woe? Or is that something else?
Your options are wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for good and bad results, and nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad.
I see. 14 for religion.
If you need a higher one, you can roll that d6, remember?
Oh, you know what? I'll just go ahead and roll that d6. Give me 1 second.
I think it's just one ability check. Yeah, so that'll use up both sides of what I just gave you.
That is a 20.
On your religion check?
Yeah.
Okay. For just a second, it's like time stops around you. And you find yourself in a dark void. And you are going to hear a now somewhat familiar voice ask you, "You wanted to talk more. Excellent. I can bestow more gifts if you are willing to continue your relationship with me. I have many gifts to bestow."
Before he answers,
Mm-hmm.
is this part of his religion or is this part of the augury?
Yes?
So are you telling me I know what's happening as well?
Not yet.
Okay.
You're going to know that something happened when he comes out of this moment, though.
Cool. All right, go ahead, Winchester.
Your gifts have been a little double-handed so far. Why would I ask for more?
You want to restore this land, do you not? And there will be a slight glimmer in your vision, and a form is going to appear before you. And she is a, like, glowing green form of a woman with ivy and vines wrapped all around her body. I will help you restore this land to its pristine form, and you can be my champion. I
It is
gave
true,
you
there's-
sight to help you in your journey. I can give you more.
GM, is this the same person I saw when I...
When you were first talking, the voice sounded familiar and like that voice, but they have clearly changed form now. Their voice has changed, and they appear much different.
It is true, I would like to do away with the sickness that perverses this land. If your boons would be helpful in this task, then I see no reason not to accept your gifts. If they are not a hindrance.
Of course. And she will lay something at your feet and then fade from view, and the world around you will return to normal. But off in the distance, about where she was standing, there is something glimmering in the mud.
Did you just say in the blood?
Mud.
Oh. Winchester will go over and pick it up.
All right, I'm gonna send you something. Meanwhile, Colin, you are going to, with all of your specialties, you are going to sense almost like a heavy energy almost burst from Winchester by your side and then dissipate.
Ooh, did you feel that, Colin? It's very, very strong powers. Are you okay, Winchester?
I seem fine. DM.
Seem fine.
You didn't make any deals you shouldn't have, did you?
No.
Sorry, Winchester, but I'm gonna put this new +10 to work. I need to vibe check Winchester. What do you want me to roll?
Insight.
Well, dang, that one's only +7, but it'll do. 15 again? Are you kidding me? 15.
I mean, as far as you can tell, Winchester is being truthful.
And he doesn't seem much different. You definitely felt something for a moment, though.
Well, based on how they reacted last time when I tried to talk about what's happening with Winchester, I'm just gonna kick my foot in the mud a little bit and sit down and drink coffee and just keep to myself.
Winchester, as you lean down in the mud and pick up that item, I've sent it to you. But it seems to be a small silver dagger that looks to be in the shape of like a sharpened wooden stake. Almost no handguard to speak of.
Do I know what this is immediately? Or
Yeah,
no?
so it's actually kind of still glowing and looks almost incorporeal when you reach down to pick it up. And as you pick it up and your hand touches it, it will solidify, almost taking form the moment you touch it, and you know instantly what it is capable of.
Oh my god. This. Okay. Winchester will just kind of like balk at this thing that he has just found, and stare at it for a moment. And then just he'll take the dagger that he has in his on his hip out, and will just kind of drive it down into the mud, and we'll replace it with this item.
Do you want me to show chat? Or do you want to
No.
keep this secret?
I want to keep it a secret. This is too good.
Okay.
So, how's breakfast?
Breakfast is actually not bad. You don't, it doesn't taste, quite as much like sand as previous meals, more recently. You can almost detect some hint of flavor to it.
Got that flavor.
Flavor.
Who made the breakfast this morning?
Ireena.
What are we having?
Ration soup.
Oh, well, that won't do. We can spice it up a little bit.
No, yes, we did spice it up a little bit. Gathered some edible mushrooms from the roadside. We had some different herbs to help flavor it a bit better. Toby, does it taste of sand still, or have we finally found some complexity of flavor in your palate?
I mean, you see Toby just like slowly eating it. He's not like giving you a scrunched up, nasty face as he goes. It's good.
Good. Alexander, how did you pass the night? It was rather cozy down here.
As well as one could. It was good to have a hard floor again, but I did miss the camp. It's just lovely smelling. What do you have here?
Yes, help yourself. I'm sure Winchester and Colin will be here soon. We'll need to make sure we eat as much as we can. We still have quite the journey in front of us.
Yeah, if you guys are cooking food, I'm definitely coming.
Phrasing.
No, not. Anyways, I walk in to just trample over that moment. Oh, it smells lovely. You know, I was just thinking that cooking is kind of like, magic. Alex, are you a good cook?
I can try to make a few things. I worked with a few spices and naturally had to try them.
You see, if you just think of it like components of a spell or incantation, it's quite the same. I'm sure somewhere out there's some kind of food wizard, I bet.
A chef? Certainly.
Maybe
But
so.
in the moment, it seems we only have the pleasure of Miss Goyana's cooking.
It's not much. My brother had more talent than I did, but when I was out wandering, when it was allowed and camping overnight, you learn a few things, right?
This one does. It's life. But please sit. Have a lovely cup of stew.
You don't sound like you had a very good night. You doing okay over there, bud?
As well as one could.
Ireena,
Yes.
do that thing where you say all the stuff and they tell you about how they're feeling.
You mean just ask with real interest? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that might work.
She'll look over at Alex and kind of raise a brow and shrug. Alex, it would seem that your party members, and she gestures over to Colin, have real concern about your evening. I know that there were many things weighing on your mind. Do you wish to speak of them now, or would you rather wait for another time?
Speaking of them, I don't know. Do you suggest that I speak of them? It's again not something I think is terribly important to the rest of the party. Just needed a moment to collect myself.
Always important to the rest of the party. For all we know, you could be some kind of psycho serial killer, and if we didn't know your feelings, we could be
Colin,
surprised.
I will let you know that he's not some kind of psycho serial killer.
He doesn't
No.
smell like one.
You can smell serial killers?
Can you not?
No, but that is fascinating. I'm gonna just
Well, I
jot
am
some notes.
I am proud to have passed muster with both Toby and Ireena. Now, if I could please instill some confidence in you that I am not a psycho serial killer, what may I do more?
I mean, he did save me, Colin. I don't think if he wanted to be killing people, he would have just let me die.
Well, you see, some evil entities, they get you real close. They gain your trust. And then when you least expect it, you have a knife right in your spine.
Well,
that's not
Colin, this
nice.
sounds like something from one of my mystery books that you are describing.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
has been your real life experience.
well, of course not, but I've read about it a lot.
Well, I will admit, in some of my more ridiculous books, there are these plots, yes, but I've not experienced it in life.
Well, Alex, just, tell us what's on your mind. We're here. We're eating some delicious breakfast,
On my mind right now,
Sure, why not?
I am very concerned. I
About-
am concerned about all of your safeties. That I have this roiling series of thoughts in my mind about my true identity and what it really means and how it might be connected. I looked through a looking glass and I saw mist collected at my feet. It is entirely strange and terrifying and odd.
Whoa. I'm sorry, Alex. Mist at your feet?
Through the looking glass on the third floor. It is cursed in some way to show a terrible state of affairs in Barovia.
GM, is there mist at Alex's feet right now?
Nope, not at all.
This sounds fascinating. Might you show me? And Ireena is very curious about this. And she's gonna get up and go stand at the bottom of the stairs. It sounds like some sort of enchantment, some magic.
Perhaps, very likely, but it is not something so wonderful, I would think. But if you wish, I can show you the way easily enough. I'll start heading up the stairs to the third floor.
Wait, you can't bring the looky glass thing. You can't remove it and bring it down here.
I certainly could, but I can't do that without going to the third floor first.
But it might disrupt whatever magics is present. We should see it in its natural state, and then perhaps, if we can ascertain that we can take it. Colin, your discerning eye for magic items might come in handy.
We should take a field trip then, and we should all go and see if any others have mist at their feet.
What?
I most definitely
Because we
agree.
all fly up
Oh, it looks like a very interesting piece indeed.
Yes.
Colin,
look
this
through
does
it.
not appear magical in the way that a normal magical item would, but there is something about it that makes you believe it is not just purely mundane.
It is interesting.
Who's
Is-
looking through it?
Take a look.
Ireena will absolutely want to look, and will kind of look out just briefly, but will point it at Alex's feet.
Okay. As you look out, you will see a world suffering beneath a terrible storm. And when you look at Alex's feet and his entire form, it is wreathed in mist. Almost like the edges of his body are turning into mist. Like at any second he could puff away. And as you look around at all of your party members, you will notice that some of them appear much different. Toby and Colin appear almost translucent, incorporeal, as if they're not quite fully here. And Winchester will look solid. And if you look down at your own feet, you will notice the same mist effect is surrounding you.
What on earth? We are different.
Toby's
This
kind of
doesn't
like,
make any sense. You are translucent, and Winchester seems very solidly present, and then the mist. And she'll look at Alex, I cannot understand it. And she'll hand the telescope to Colin. Colin, can you make sense of this?
I can try, but it's not magical. So when I grab it,
Mhm.
is this considered like an art-related object?
Not really, no. It's
Okay.
almost like an artifact.
Okay. I'll look through it quickly. I assume all the same stuff.
The same stuff, yep.
Well, if it's not a magic item, if you want me to look at it further, what do you want me to roll?
So that skill, what does it rely on? I would say either history or arcana. One of the two.
Which skill specifically?
The skill that allows you to your like antiquer's
Oh.
eye kind of.
It's just who I am.
I would assume it relies on intelligence though. So
yeah, I
probably
can.
a history or arcana, whichever you'd like.
Okay. We'll try a history because if it's not magic, he's gonna look at it differently. Nat 1. So
You are unable to really determine what about this spyglass is causing this effect.
you know, if we all see the same thing and we all look weird or different, it's obviously just some kind of trick here to make you question your future, and no one can really change or determine your future besides yourself. So, I mean, I would just throw it out the tower, to be honest.
Oh
Why?
no, we must not do that. I will take it for safekeeping.
Yeah, because Toby will like go and poke Winchester, like he's solid, and then like poke himself. It's like,
It's actually on like a little bit of a tripod, so you can like separate it from that and pack it
Yeah.
away in your pack if you would like.
Not literally, Toby. Only through the viewing of the spyglass do you appear a certain way.
oh,
Usually, you're saying not everyone is wreathed in mist.
No, just the two of us. As if we might disappear at any moment, which is freeing on one hand, but terrifying on the other.
Well,
I cannot understand why Toby and Winchester would look different. I would think of all of our party, they would be the same, considering they've spent so much time together before coming here.
there's been some changes to their states.
I mean, I'm
the
feeling
effect-
better.
Perhaps the effect of Winchester's brief disappearance had an effect on him. What do you think, friend?
Perhaps. You said I look solid. The two of you look misty, and Colin and Toby look ethereal almost.
Yes.
It is strange. Why the connection between Toby and Colin?
It might not be a connection, or rather a similar state of being.
We should take it and observe others. It might be rather fun, right? To see what is like and what is not.
That is a good point. It might tell us things about people that we don't know. As for our party, if I were just thinking, it's probably trying to determine what will happen to us. Obviously, me and Toby are just going to straight up die and become ghosts, which is fine.
wait,
But
what?
the ones with the mist, they are being called by something. And Winchester, obviously, it already likes and has power over him, so he looks normal.
Colin,
A
No one
morbid
is-
and yet beautiful thought.
no one is going to die.
Well, I'm sorry, friend, but everybody's going to die.
Not while I can help it.
Would you like to roll an insight check?
Can I roll a sadness check?
Yeah, I'll roll an insight. What am I
Okay.
rolling for? I haven't rolled yet.
As Colin is talking, just how much you're able to put together. See if anything really dawns on you about the connections.
22.
And
Those dice are impossible to see. Yellow on white.
'Cause I
22.
rolled well.
So,
16.
you do know the one thing that makes Winchester different is that after he died, he did come back different. That is the one thing that makes him different.
Well, didn't that one lady say something too? I was kind of a little tired. I didn't really listen.
About what?
But what?
Our fortunes?
Are you wanting to roll a history
Oh, no,
check, or do you want to check
Toby
your
isn't.
journal?
He is just referencing it.
Okay. Because under the player area in the journal, you can access your card readings.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, Colin?
Winchester, I do not wish to be insensitive, but Colin is right. If the account of what happened to you at the house is correct, you did die, or something like it.
Yes.
And that would make you different than the rest of us.
I suppose. But then why are you and Alexander different from Colin and Toby? I would understand you, Ireena, you being from this land,
Figured it out.
perhaps. Yes?
I'm telling you, it's what this land thinks it has on you. Ireena has some sort of connection to this weird stuff that we've seen. We've already seen it happen, and Alex must too. That's it.
Sorry, I'm from Falkovnia. How would I be connected to Barovia? Nothing gets in.
You tell me, but I mean, the Mist likes you guys, doesn't care about me and Toby. We're just
I care about you.
two dudes
Hey.
randomly here. Yeah, I care about you too, Toby. But anyways, it makes sense.
Ireena will look at Alex. Does it make sense to you? I mean, based on... I mean, you knew of Barovia before you came?
Of course, I'm from Falkovnia. It's on the maps. The history of this land. It's hard to not know. But
I again do not wish to be insensitive, but she'll look like at everybody else and look at Alex kind of like, but perhaps there seems to be a bit of mystery around your origins, is there not?
Mystery around his old... Sorry.
I don't get
it's a
it.
good joke, and I suppose you're correct. Where I came from initially could have been Barovia, but nothing gets in or out, so I don't know how.
You know, sayings like that are never true. If nothing ever gets in or out, how do you even hear about it?
How did we get in?
We got in.
I mean, we just
through
walked
some
in.
strange mist, and the
We didn't
Vistani.
just simply walk in, Toby.
I did.
Wait,
I
no
have a
you
feeling
didn't.
we've had this conversation before.
It's very
Strangely.
similar. The Vistani carry news from within this land. They have ways in and out. That's why we are going to where we are going to.
Well, how do we...
Let us take this. We do not have the information that we need, and like I said, maybe it could be a fun game, right? To see who matches and who doesn't. If there are others that look like Alex and I, perhaps we can decide to form a pattern. Those that look like you and those that look like Winchester.
Wasn't there something about a guy with a monkey in city walls or something? Maybe we should find that guy and point it at him.
It could work, certainly.
I hear the spirits just running around. This place is so full of them. Can we? It's just a lot on my brain. Can we get going or?
Yes, but before we leave, we've been on the road a little while, and I have had time to figure out the rest of these items. So I have more gifts for the lot of you.
It's not more poop, is it?
No, it is not.
It's good.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it.
Let's see here.
Kind of stunk.
Well, good shit.
Unfortunately, there are only 3 remaining gifts, so someone is going to be left out. I apologize. First, actually, one thing to note. Luka, while I was identifying the angel feather, and I identified it as a feather that, when laid on a flat surface, will point to any undead within 30 feet of you. Did it point towards me?
No.
Oh, good. This makes me happy. As for this feather, if you put it on a flat surface, it will point towards the nearest undead. For this, I think...
That sounds like a gadget that Colin would enjoy.
Yes. I had another one that I thought would be good for Colin, but yes, Colin, this is good for you.
Oh, I do have many pockets. This suit is specifically tailored to carry a bunch of items. So if you have an item that you want, but you're out of pockets, I can carry it for you.
See. The next one is kind of more utility based. He pulls out a small wooden coffer and he opens it, and inside is a dried and withered direwolf's tongue. Ireena, I think this one would be good for you.
Oh, that is disgusting. Let me see.
Yes, and this tongue tapers to a thin tip, which is curved into a ladle-like form. When picked up, a lapping sound can be heard, and the tongue will pull the wielder toward anyone who is wounded. If permitted, the tongue will magically lick away wounds involving blood. The ability may be used once per day to heal 5d4 plus 4 damage. The amount rolled may be split among multiple targets. Ireena, your ability to be more dexterous than most could prove useful using this item. So,
This is absolutely horrifying. You say that it has healing properties?
it does, yes.
Oh, this is the work of a hag for certain. This is wonderful.
I'm
What?
sure. And then, Alexander, I have this small wooden figurine of a black knight, and a little rose is embossed on it. When you have this, if you place it upright on a flat surface, it cannot fall down, as long as someone is watching it through magical or non-magical means. Once no one is watching it, it falls down in 1d4 turns.
This is lovely.
Yes, you seem to be more of you seem to appreciate nice finer things, art and such. I don't know the practical use of this object, but
It's
if anyone can figure
it's essentially an inception totem, but for if someone is looking at you, whether like through scrying or just with their eyeballs.
Is someone watching us now?
Well, you're
Let's
all
find
looking
out.
at each other, so
Let's find out. I puts down. All right, everyone turn around.
Yep. I'm also going to test the feather as well while we're in here.
Okay. The feather will just simply spin slightly and then just stop, not pointing at any of you. And then after a few seconds, you will hear the knight topple over.
Well, there you go. I take him up. Lovely embossing. Reminds me of something, but probably just a toy from my childhood.
Oh, a toy.
Thank you. It's a lovely gift from a friend. It's what matters. And he'll stuff it in his coat.
Toby, the next item I find will be yours, my friend.
Oh, I have something for Toby.
Oh.
I forgot I had this, but somewhere here. Oh, this pocket. Oh, dang! I forgot I had a pocket down here. Here you go. And he'll hand Toby like one of those really, really old shoot. I forgot what they're called. Automatons, and it's of teeth that just chatter.
Cute.
I'll just like look at it. What is this?
They're teeth. If you wind the thing on the back, they'll chatter.
Are they real teeth?
God,
Actually,
I hope not.
no, definitely not. No.
Oh. But that's
Yes, they are.
wonderful. I was really hoping that they would.
And Toby will just like try winding it up and like does it the wrong way the first time. It doesn't work.
Oh, you twist it the other way. Don't break it.
And he'll do it slightly and let it go and just, like kind of, oh, that's loud.
It's for fun.
It is rather fun.
We can
But we should be going, yes?
We should be going. We can stage a mock battle between Knight and Tooth later.
Chip.
Can you hold on to it, Colin? I don't have pockets.
I did say I could do that, so I guess so.
We head out, GM.
Yeah. Colin,
After an
can I
hour.
ask you a question? Where did you get those teeth? Where did
From-
Colin get those teeth?
Yeah, from my hometown, from a retired dentist.
Okay.
Why did he retire?
So from
He
Thunder
was
Tree.
stealing people's teeth to make toys.
Hey, as a dentist, you don't got to steal the teeth to get them. I mean, people
Yeah,
just
he
lose them.
he repurposes them. The famous
Fluoride doesn't
dentist-
exist in fantasy world. People's teeth fall out all the time.
Yep, the famous retired dentist of Thunder Tree.
That's a
Right.
gross looking set of teeth. Well, yeah, you know.
You guys are heading out on the road, correct?
On the road again.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see here.
And now that he's feeling better, I will try to be on the lookout for... What do I have?
You
Shit.
strike out on the road of the craggy moors, surrounded by gray, overcast skies, light rain, and damp heather clinging to the sides of cliffs. Well, let me change the music and get you on a thing. As you are walking on the road for just a little while,
We have a revelation to interrupt the GM.
uh-huh.
Toby's been naked with us this whole time.
I did not say he's not naked. One, he just doesn't wear pants.
We need this solved now. What
You
what
can
does
look
Toby
in his
wear?
art. Like, please show the art. He doesn't have pockets. You can't put pockets in a loincloth. What?
Do you not have an adventuring pack like every other D&D?
He's got a backpack, but he's not just gonna like, oh, let me take off the backpack and open it. No, fuck that. It takes too much time.
Second headcanon is that Toby is naked. Anyways, go ahead, GM.
Okay.
Second headcanon.
You are walking along the road for a little while, when you are going to, ahead of you, hear the clattering of a wagon. An old, rattly wagon. And ahead of you, you will see a figure with a horse and cart on the road. There's a small canvas tarp pulled over what's in the cart, but you do see a few rotting limbs poking out.
Can I? No, I don't know if I'd be able to smell what's going on there.
If you can smell it, I think we can all smell it.
Sing us a song, Mr. Cadaver Man.
How close is the cart? Are they approaching?
No, they are ahead of you on the road, traveling in the same direction you are.
Is this something that would strike Ireena as odd, or is this kind of like someone doing a civic duty?
Yeah, I mean, things are always dangerous, always have a chance for danger. However, you do know that people, as a result of that danger, there are a lot of mishaps, and there's always opportunity for coin if you're willing to do the dirty jobs. So it's not unheard of that someone would go around collecting potential income from, mishaps of travelers.
Could I reasonably? Yeah, this isn't if this isn't striking as like a civic duty kind of thing. This is someone who grabs corpses and sells them back to family members in cities. Yeah.
Ooh. Perhaps.
The GM was like,
Are you
that
walking
wasn't
up
my
there?
idea, but it is now.
Let me adjust my nuts.
Alexander's from, this kind of feudal military-ish society. The body pickers go around battlefields, look for people who look relatively rich and important, and then they bring them back to your home and offer to sell you them for silver pieces so you can properly bury them.
Can we see what's in the image?
Yes, you can see that as you continue.
Okay.
The horse appears quite older, and you guys are slowly outpacing this cart and are going to catch up soon. And you can move your tokens ahead on the road if you would like.
What the hell is in that cart?
Yeah.
Can I smell, like, plausibly how much is in that?
Can you smell the corpses?
Yeah,
and
like, is
everything?
it a lot?
Yes. You can smell quite a bit of strange smells in there.
I don't like that.
I think this is more of a situation of selling the body parts for science or components or something. There's some weird things hanging out of that cart there.
Probably don't go too far ahead, Colin. I don't want...
So you're saying don't go up and talk to him and ask him what he found?
Not by yourself.
As Colin says that, Alexander's going to walk up.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you might use your new item.
Oh, true. As in this spot right here, I guess I'll... can I put it on my hand? Will that be sufficient? The feather?
Yeah, just set it like on your hand, flat on your
Yeah.
hand. Yes.
So I'll just do that, and it's obviously gonna point
At the cart.
at the cart, yeah. Because
Yes.
okay, I mean, there you go.
But,
yeah, Alexander's hurrying up. Oh, there, traveler.
You will see a head kind of swivel in the back of the hood. and go ahead and give me a perception check, Colin and Alexander, as you walk up on the cart.
Can.
Rolls today are so bad. With a +10, that is 15.
As you come up on the cart, you will notice that it is covered in like thick webbing, almost as if the cart has recently driven through some giant spider webs and gotten them stuck on the cart. And an old woman will turn to you and let down her cowl, and you will see that her eyes are milky white, and she appears to be blind. However, she seems to be able to look directly at you, no matter where you move, despite her blindness. And she'll be, oh, travelers, such strange things, the threads of fate.
Indeed, fate is an odd and often unknowable force. What brings you this way?
How are you doing, young man?
As well as one could in this land, I suppose.
And your companions? And she will look at Ireena. Oh, such beautiful red hair, so rare these days.
Not for sale, lady.
Oh, that's a nice
Colin,
choice.
that is rude. Hello. Ireena will give a little curtsy, and thank you for the compliment. I've not seen anyone else with this complexion. To be sure. May I ask you, what your business is?
I travel, collecting odds and ends and little treasures that were potentially unfortunate mishaps in the weaves, in the threads of fate. Their strings got cut too soon.
Well,
Go ahead, Alec.
and the strings cut too soon, so you mean to restitch them to their strings, or simply mourn them and give them proper burial?
You wouldn't believe the different things you can use from materials found in a body. Very useful.
I do.
Merely resources.
Mainly resources, they are people.
Oh, not anymore.
That's literally what I just thought. You
Congratulations. You're both disrespecting the dead. They will not be given proper burials?
Colin, when she looks at you, she will also glance for a second at Colin too, and then look back at you.
Oh. You can see him.
See whom, darling?
Correct. You and I have more in common than I would have imagined. And Ireena, it might have been rude, but she was definitely asking if your hair was for sale. Right? Like, I mean, do you want to cut some of it off?
It's not your... Colin.
Anyways,
I
cool,
do
yeah.
offer trade. I could offer something up in trade if you would give me a lock of that beautiful hair.
See,
Well,
sometimes
no,
just-
Colin, first of all, do not think I've forgotten what you mean by him. I will be asking you about that later. Yes, I understand. I've had many advances for my hair, and while I understand that there might be exchange is offered, I would decline at this moment. Thank you, though.
Of course. Are you
What? Sorry.
traveling
we ask your
far
name?
in these lands? Oh, my name is Jeny Greenteeth.
Ooh.
That is
We
what I go by.
We are currently on the road to Vallaki.
Many threads there. So many threads interwoven. Which will you follow, I wonder?
Pardon?
What?
But
Oh, threads of fate, right? Choices.
Yes.
Has the eyeglass.
don't just
I'm
point
sorry, I
eyeglasses
think
at
I
people.
forgot something back with my other companions. And she will very awkwardly
Yeah.
move away and try to pull out the spyglass.
I'll cover for
Will
Ireena.
you
Jeny.
roll a wisdom save for me as you attempt to
Uh,
look at her through the eyeglass?
I mean, I will, but I won't like it.
Okay, Alex, I've got this. These are my people. What do you got?
Your
What do you got in the
people.
cart there?
13.
So, have you ever looked through binoculars that are very strong magnification? And you
Yeah.
try and find where you're trying to look, and you seem to be unable to find it at that far out magnification because you're like unable to find such a tiny little spot way out there upon looking through. That is kind of how you feel trying to look at her with the spyglass. Like you seem to be unable to get the spyglass to move over her image.
Gotcha.
Your people are
Yeah.
disrespecting the dead.
Have you talked to any dead? Do you know it's being disrespectful or not? What do you know they want with their flesh bags and whatnot? Anyways,
Flesh
what's
bags.
They will merely be rewoven back into the tapestry. The great weave
Necromancy as well.
of fate.
what's in the cart? What are you selling?
Are you asking her or are you looking?
I'll glance at it, but I'll ask her.
It's very much like in that photo. There appears to be a few monster parts, possibly even spider parts, a few bits of fur poking out here and there, some sort of beast type creatures as well, but it's all stacked upon each other, and there's also a few humanoid looking arms and limbs poking out.
So there are bestial parts in there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't so much sell as I offer trade.
Okay. What are you in search of currently, besides hair?
Well, I am searching for a certain individual, a sister that I have lost. I cannot seem to find her.
But who is your sister? Perhaps we haven't found her on our own travels.
I do not sense her on any of you, but we shall see. I believe she goes by Laura Stoneheart. Have you come across her?
Can't say that we have, unfortunately. However, I wish you good fortune in finding your sister.
We'll find her.
What are you offering in return?
What do you need?
Oh,
Yes, what do you need, Colin?
I don't need much.
I could always give you a spell. You need something cured or identified, or you need a ward against something?
I mean, a member of our party is pretty prone to eating things he shouldn't, so.
And you'll see like
he's-
Toe just kind of like eyeing the little bits that aren't humanoids, like,
No, Toby,
Perhaps
that's
you need
disgusting.
a divination spell or to raise a lost friend. I can do these things for you.
Ooh, now that one. That's quite exciting. Do you have a business card or anything?
No, but you can usually find me. I have a small little hut west of that town you were speaking of.
Vallaki.
Oh, you
Oh.
live in Hut too.
My quill is not working, but I believe you said Laura is who you're looking for?
My
Laura
sister,
Stoneheart.
yes. Who
Okay.
knows what she's gotten herself into? She's always so wild, that one.
That's all the questions from me, I guess.
Well then, we should be on our way, and
Of course.
apologies if we must leave you behind.
Oh, I am sure we will come across each other again. I believe there are many interwoven threads here, young man.
Toby will kind of look over. I don't really have clothes or threads.
Fate, Toby.
Metaphorical, invisible threads that connect things. and
We can
stuff.
explain more later. Ask me about it. But we'll be on our way. Thank you very much, Miss Greenteeth. Was
Of course. Good luck with everything. And she'll put her cowl back up and just kind of to her like ancient old horse.
One moment, and Ireena will pull out just a small bundle of like dried flowers, and hand it to Jeny. I hope that you find your sister soon, and if we can help, we will.
Always so sweet, this one. And she'll take the flowers here, and she will hand you out of like a little tin that you're not sure whether it could contain old sewing buttons or cookies. It could go either way.
I love it.
And she will pull out a small cookie, and she will say, "It's cantaloupe and venison, dear. Enjoy." And then she'll put the lid back on and tuck it away.
Can
Thank
Toby
you.
smell it?
Yes.
Ooh,
Because
shit.
cantaloupe is quite a rare sight in these lands. So that smell will absolutely attract your attention.
You have more of those?
Do I? Oh, yes. I usually give them out as trade. People love them.
Oh, one's enough. We don't want to spoil our strict
what do
diet.
you want for 'em?
Go
Toby.
ahead.
What
They
do
smell
I
so good.
want? I
Toby
want...
wants to find her sister. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we wish you good fortune. And I apologize, but we must corral our friend.
But
Hunger is voracious.
do you have for trade?
He doesn't even have pockets. so
Toby will
nothing.
just like he'll just like slap the straps off, and like the background will just fall down with a thud. Like, hold on,
Oh, now he
And he'll,
wants
like,
something to know.
panicking through. Oh.
Oh,
Mm.
he has these teeth. Do you want automaton teeth? They're real teeth. You could use them for your own.
You said they weren't real teeth.
He lied,
Lied.
Toby.
Why?
I do not know whose those are.
Probably a
Oh,
mix
thank
of
you.
various different people.
All I have left is my one apple, and it's a little bruised.
What if you allowed me an ounce of your earwax?
Toby's gonna be a little weird, like ear wax.
Toby.
Does Toby even have ears?
Yes,
where's-
because you're humanoid. You're
Where's
not.
Sir Heck though? Where do I?
No,
do I
because you're.
have-
It's D&D. You're
Ears.
humanoid. It's not
Okay,
like
but
you're
no,
full
but
lizard.
you absolutely have ears. They're just like gonna be holes in your head. You still have ears you can hear.
But
You can
Get
hear.
outta
I don't want to hear
here.
it. You can fucking hear.
Because if you can't hear it, that's ridiculous.
you want to go into my ear holes?
Toby, I must caution you against this. Many magics can be cast against you if they have parts of your body.
But she gave her flowers and she
Toby,
got a cookie for
Listen to me. in this moment, do you want everything to continue to taste like sand?
No.
Because this is how you make everything continue to taste like sand.
She will look at Ireena. For a few strands of that beautiful hair, I will allow you to search through my cart and keep anything you find. Sometimes there's trinkets and treasures left on this poor souls.
Ireena will look at Colin. Was there anything in there?
I don't know. DM,
Magical?
is there? I'll use an action to look at the cart.
Can you just detect magic?
I can, yeah.
At
I can
will
use
like that?
Uh-huh.
All right.
If I can see it.
There's a few pings in there of magical items.
I'll just nod. What about my hair? It's lovely, like, silvery color. I mean, I'm sure it's, rare as well. I'll gladly give you some of mine.
Beautiful, to be sure. And she will play with some strands of her own silvery gray hair, but not as rare.
She will look, understanding that the road is dangerous and that there's like a lot of turmoil and things to be nervous about. She'll kind of hold at her hair and look at Jeny, because she's getting vibes like that this woman might have answers. If I give you it, what will you do with it exactly? Can you tell me?
With its beautiful color, I may weave it into one of my tapestries.
Wait.
I am quite
Alex,
skilled at weaving
yell at me?
tapestries.
I am preparing quite a storm, yes.
The purpose of this tapestry, is it to bring beautiful works into the world? Joy?
Oh, I only weave beauty.
Can we maybe not? Ireena?
Alex, you can maybe make choices about your own hair. I will not have men decide my fate.
Hey. You two are both yelling at me about earwax.
Yes, I will
you
do
would
it.
Pay for hair.
She'll move forward and like pull out the rat dagger and cut like a couple ends off of her hair and hand it over.
Roll a perception check as you hand it over.
The difference, Toby, is we're not going to be consuming random
That's a
things.
22.
Toby is gonna cross.
For just a second, as you hold out the hair, you will look up at her, and her blind white eyes looking at you. You will see for just a flash that there are 8 of them.
Oh, gross and bad.
And then the kind of moment fades, and she will spirit away the strands of hair quicker than you can really see. And she will lean back and throw back the tarp. And feel free to peruse, see what you can find. And as she does this, the smell is overpowering. The stench of, like, sickly sweet decay.
Oh, Toby's gonna grab his snout and just...
I will not be part of this.
Colin, let us get to work. Oh my lord.
Now, this is interesting. What different creature parts do I see?
Lots of different. There appear to be a few, and I don't know if you would recognize this, but a few bits of onkeg. As well as a few, what were maybe werewolves?
What?
They're wolves, but it seems very humanoid, just big beastly creatures. And then a few random townspeople and possibly even an adventurer or two.
As I see the werewolves, I'll kind of look at them and look at Alex real quick, but then look back at the cart.
I am walking past this cart. Everyone's gonna give their shit to this creepy old lady. Great.
Uh,
Cakey cursed
Colin?
cookies.
yes.
I didn't get any cookies.
If you see any chitin plates of a Rimaraz, can you please grab that for me?
Oh, well, I'm
Toby
not
Dad.
making the
Toby Dad's not
decisions
watching
here.
anymore, so you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Wait, what did you name
Ireena,
yourself?
am I picking for you, or I can?
Let us see what we can find.
Mhm. So I can see if it's magical, but that's about it.
Understood.
Roll an investigation for me.
You got it, boss. All right, this is going to be the highest roll of the entire session. I'm calling it. Dirty 20.
Okay. You will, as you're looking about, clinking through bits of chipped and dented armor. You know, any armor in here is pretty useless because obviously it failed whoever was wearing it. But I will send you the few things you are able to find as you kick about.
Yeah, with that nasty scent, Toby's just gonna try to like walk
You're going
away
to find
holding.
a long wooden staff with a floral pattern carved into it, as well as a small lantern with like hooded in tin. And then you are going to find a small, almost pin on a small townsperson, and it's like a little silver raven.
Well, so far, I would probably suggest taking the lantern, but let's see here.
I will take that. Toby, will you hold this, please? And she'll
But Toby
take
walked
it.
up to Alex. And,
Oh, gotcha.
holding-
Winchester, might you help?
Winchester just is by your side. Like he's already
Cool.
there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she will take the lantern and pass it down to Winchester to hold as she's kind of helping Colin move things and parse through it.
You've definitely gotten the sense that Winchester is a loot fiend, so he is definitely there.
Okay. So you've
Uh,
handed
yeah,
out the lantern.
If she sees the like wooden staff and pin, what about these items? Colin, should we take them?
I think we can already do or handle what they have. I mean, I think she said only one item, but I mean,
She specifically said,
She'll look at you guys all talking about her. Just whatever you'd like to keep, dear. I received my payment.
We might
okay.
be able to sell them
Take-
in the town.
take
We
them
should
all.
take what we can.
sure. Yep. Yep. We can take them all.
We take them all.
All right, I posted them for you.
Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you for your services, and he'll help put the tarp back.
Of course. Do be careful as you travel.
You as well.
And she will to her horse and like continue rattling down the road. However, you quickly outpace her and leave her behind. And as you continue climbing up the misty moorland, towering trees, tops whose are lost in heavy gray mist, block out all but death gray light, and for just a second, they clear and give you a view behind you of where you have kind of come from. There we go. And the valley of Barovia behind you with the castle towering above. Let's see here. and you will come to a bridge spanning a great chasm.
Ooh, are there these beautiful statues?
Mm-hmm. The river here flows from the base of a canyon, at the far end of which there is a great waterfall, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. An arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone spans the natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, to the west, a waterfall spills into the misty pool nearly 1,000 feet high. The pool below feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley.
Well, everyone feeling a little weird after that or whatnot. You're all very quiet.
No, sorry, I'm just documenting how much. Just making a note. This is rather beautiful, is it not? GM,
Mm-hmm.
do I know what this waterfall is called?
Tasir Falls.
Ah, yes, Tasir Falls. I don't know if I've seen it before. It's beautiful.
This is a really nice area. What time of day is it about?
Mid-morning.
It's
As
rather
best you can tell.
Rather unfortunate we didn't come upon it at a different time. It would be a great place to stay.
We could still stay here if we are not feeling prepared for the rest of our journey. But
I mean, I don't even know where I'm going, so I got so much time.
We are going to Vallaki, Colin. We know exactly where we are going.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know.
It in a more metaphorical sense?
There you go. That's the one.
Speaking of, where we are going, where we have been. Who did Madame Greenteeth see with you, Colin?
Well,
Have you been hiding a ghost from me this entire time?
Oh, I don't hide anything. They hide themselves, but she said she didn't see anyone.
Colin, you cannot expect me to believe this.
I mean, you heard her say it, did you not?
Insight check.
Roll it.
Come on, Ireena. You can do it.
Oh my
24
god.
crit.
I mean, you definitely knew that she was referencing someone, and then did the whole who, like she was playing along.
Colin, if you do not wish to speak of it, it is fine. But she's gonna lean down to him. But understand, if you are keeping something magical and wonderful from me, I will never forgive you. You are such a delightful sense of curiosity, and I would hope that you would share it with me.
Well, I don't know about magical, but it's just a, snowy white owl that follows me around everywhere and sits on my shoulder a lot, and sometimes is really annoying and whoos a lot, but that's about it.
What? You have a spirit guardian?
Yeah, guardian. Sure. It can't do anything. It just bothers me.
What do you mean? He's an owl. What is his name?
It's Colin too.
He is Colin also?
No, Colin 2.
Yes, that is what I said.
With the number 2.
Oh, okay, like exponentially valued Colin.
Yeah. I guess.
Colin to the Colinth power.
And can he not reveal himself? Is he only visible to Sam? Oh, I'm so sad that I cannot see him.
I think he can only be seen by those who have been tragically touched by death or maybe almost experienced it themselves. That's what I would guess.
I see Colin.
You cannot see Colin.
I don't think that is it.
I don't know, how often can any of you see ghosts?
When they choose to show them to us.
Can he hear us? Does he respond to other things? Does he like treats? How can I? Oh, I really wish to engage with this thing.
Yeah, he can't eat. He just sits around a lot and sometimes flies through walls.
Oh my! You see Ireena's face like turn up with legitimate jealousy and just frustration that she can't engage with this phenomenon. But can he hear us?
Of course. Spirits
Oh.
can always hear you.
Well, then certainly he must know that I've not met him and I cannot see him, but I'm sure he is the most handsome bird.
He's very beautiful. He hasn't had many friends since the house. So, but we have each other. He has me. I mean, that's about it.
Well, now he has me as well.
Yeah, but
if you should like.
you can't really pet him.
No, I cannot.
Rose and Thorn were able to, so he really enjoyed having them around.
Oh, I see. Well, perhaps on our adventure we might find a way to engage with him more directly.
I mean, we could all just get a bunch of ghosts if we want.
That is true, I did not consider.
Toby, are you crossing the bridge? You're moving your token forward.
Yeah, I'm checking
Alright.
out the statue.
The bridge is slick with moisture, but appears safe to cross. The road south of the bridge seems to lead down to a mountainside area, and the road north appears to cut through the mountains and continue in the direction you are wanting to go.
And are these like torches on the bridge lit, or are they not fire?
They are lit, but they do not seem to burn with any heat.
It's weird to Toby.
Should we give Toby that cookie? I'm sure it's harmless.
Perhaps, but-
now Toby can have cookies.
Well, he can't
Well-
have too many. We gotta watch his macros.
Yeah, Ireena will kind of like
You got a
pat where it's-
7-foot tall fat motherfucker. I'm pretty sure it's not bad if he has some extra carbs.
she's gonna pat the cookie in her pouch. Colin, I was thinking perhaps we save it for motivation, perhaps, in the future.
You're gonna
That's a
try
good
to Pavlov Toby?
You can't hear this, Toby.
I
Will
know.
Toby do it for one Toby snack?
I hate everything about
What?
this.
Where is Alex and where is Toby? Where
Are you
are
asking
they?
this in character?
Yes. I don't see them because my vision is blurred by all this mist and fog.
Guess you're too busy talking, huh?
Yes.
DM, whenever you get to me, Winchester is looking at these statues and just kind of like poring over every detail of them.
Okay. Colin, everyone appears to ignore your question as Winchester inspects the statues here. They appear to be weather-worn knights.
No distinguishing features.
Not anymore. Their features have been kind of lost to time.
I'm kind of more interested in the ravens, so I'll just go look at them for a bit.
It's just once upon a time they were beautifully sculpted ravens, though they are much worn from water and the elements.
When I get up to this point on the bridge, am I able to see the river flowing, or is it too obscured by the
It is
mists?
1,000 feet below, so you
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
you
no.
kind of see it in the way that you see it now. That level of blurring.
Can I hear it?
It's kind of like a very distant roar that you can just kind of hear everywhere, both the waterfall and the river below.
Okay.
Alexander, what are you doing?
Reloading the page, but also he's looking over the side. Just observing.
Okay.
He feels a strange about this place, but he'll be on his own.
What is everyone else doing? You crossing the bridge?
Yeah, seeing that everybody's just kind of going along. Ireena, well, she's gonna kind of look out on the landscape, sticking closer to one of the edges, like with a hand on the railing, looking at the stonework as she goes, kind of taking in the view above the, very like, I'm at the Grand Canyon and I'm gonna look at the things kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Winchester, are you leaving Alexander there?
No, especially if, I'm guessing Alexander is within Winchester's range. Yeah. If everyone else is crossing the bridge and Alex is just kind of standing there, Winchester will walk up over to these rocks and just kind of look down. Alexander, are you okay?
But sorry, I get caught up in these thoughts sometimes. It's fine, it will pass. Are we moving on? Oh.
Yes, what is on your mind, my friend?
It's hard to explain. Don't know if I can, but this feels very familiar.
Would you like to explore it?
Down there? Certainly not. It's quite the drop.
All right. All right. Well, we are crossing the bridge.
Oh, apologies. I'll be right behind you. He'll start, jogging his way back up the slick mud path.
What about these things that aren't ravens?
They are pretty standard looking gargoyle type creatures with bat-like wings and horns coming out of their heads.
I can't touch them, can I?
No, they're a little too high for you to reach.
Well, I have to test a theory. There's a pebble right behind me on the map. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up and chuck it at the gargoyle.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna hit the tip of a wing and it's going to shatter a bit of rock off, and it will drop into the chasm below.
Crap! I didn't mean to damage it, but it's probably not a real gargoyle.
Colin, please. They're spiritual guardians.
No,
Would you
they're
touch
not.
the side
They're
of a cathedral?
statues. Well, yes. Why would you not touch a cathedral? My hands won't burn.
Spiritual guardian.
No, it's stone. He's silly.
You ward off evil spirits. It's the reason why people have them in the first place. I'm sure you're trying to think of some terrible creature that will attack us, but sometimes things are just as they seem.
Yeah, you've never heard of gargoyles coming to life?
Well, again, in my stories.
To test it. Anyways.
Just move across this moving water. Chat.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Toby. Toby?
He's like straight up, cold shouldering.
Toby?
He couldn't
What?
hear us, Tony.
What's wrong, Toby?
Oh no, I'm not talking about the cookie part. Well, kind of, but also not.
I'm gonna tickle his scales a little bit. Toby, come on, Toby. What's wrong?
He'll like look down at you and just.
Toby, how dare you walk away from me, young man?
Yes, wow,
how-
someone's not listening to you.
As you continue on through the forest, even here in the mountains, the fog is inescapable, and ahead, the dirt road splits into two, widening towards the east. West?
West.
Yep. No, I'm sorry. Widening towards the east, and there you will see patches of cobblestone suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare.
I just want to note, Toby, I did offer your teeth for cookies, just saying. So don't be mad at me.
He'll just kind of shoot you like a side glance.
Gosh, bunch of spoiled milk here today.
Well, perhaps if we treat Toby like the person that he is instead of a child in a condescending manner, then you will get a better result.
How old is Toby? Is Toby not a child?
No, Toby is very much an adult.
How did you become an adult, Toby?
Oh, he's still staying silent. You're getting the silent treatment.
Winchester, ask about his coming of age practices with his people.
You assume they have a coming of age practice.
Well, everyone does, don't they? I mean, birthdays, rituals, tests, trials, tribulations.
I don't think he wants to talk to you right now, Colin.
That's why I told Winchester to ask.
It might be best if you ceased speaking as well. Give him some room.
Ireena will move up to Toby and kind of look up at him. Toby, is everything all right?
He'll just look at you and just not say anything.
Were your feelings hurt? No? If they were, I would like to know so I might make it right. I would hate to be off with one of my friends. I've not had many, you see? I understand. Ismark would often not speak to me for a while. If there's anything I can do to make it right, I would, Toby. And she'll move off to the side on the cobblestone road and kind of wait.
You're going east?
That's her intention.
Roll an
Going to
insight check.
Vallaki.
No, you want to go west for Vallaki.
Oh, west then, yeah.
West of
on
Vallaki,
this
yeah.
main road that continues heading west.
Can I still roll an insight?
Yes.
Just for curiousness?
Yeah, so
19.
because of where this as you've come across this bridge, and you seem very high up in the highlands now, and this main road continues west, and judging by the view that you saw earlier, you would wager that this eastern road, if you were to continue to take it, would eventually lead out onto the pillar of rock upon which the castle is built, overlooking the Barovia Valley.
So it would lead to Castle Ravenloft.
Yep.
Super don't want to do that.
And in fact, as you guys sit there at the crossroads, a little further down this cobblestone path that no longer appears to be well traveled, though looks like it was once a substantial road, you will see a small crypt. Ancient graves encircle a crumbling crypt in the craggy, windswept highlands. The stone slab that covered the entrance to this crypt was pushed aside long ago, revealing crumbling stone steps leading down. And then to your west, you see a large structure looming up in the fog that looks incredibly familiar. And I will show you that. The fog spills out of the forest to the west, and jutting from the fog are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates swing on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars, and 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence, and this appears to be a twin to the gate that greeted all of you except Ireena when you first arrived in this land.
Keeper, sorry. The crypt with the graves, which direction was that from us?
East.
Okay.
On the way to the castle.
I do not think we wish to be growing any closer to the castle. East is not our direction.
So west it is.
It's always been the plan, yes.
Right.
All right, you will continue through the gates to the west, and as you step through the gates, you will see that from here on out, the highlands actually continue down into a valley below. Spreading out below you is a winding road that descends into a thick forested valley blanketed in fog. Below, on a small hill, you can see the faint outline of a dilapidated old windmill, and in the valley beyond, a walled city lies next to a vast dark lake.
Hey, DM. Is the
Yes.
foliage still pretty thin up here?
Yes, it's like that
Okay.
thin, tall pine trees. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get this particular piece
How
of
dare
art
you?
of the Vallaki Valley?
I made this.
Yeah, she did.
I drew it on my phone with my finger.
Hype up your friends. It's cool.
This is awesome.
It's so good. She drew that
Really
with her
good.
finger on
So
her
bad.
phone.
Listen, I really want a tablet with actual styluses, but I did what I could with what I had.
Her finger.
Because
on her
art of this
phone.
valley does not exist from this view.
So proud of her.
It looks like it could be my 7th grade art project.
I like it a whole lot.
I could tell you now I couldn't paint that in 7th grade, so.
I
Correct.
couldn't paint that now. I can only do stick figures, and not even then.
As they continue on, like on the road, I think Ireena would fall in step with Alex and kind of give him a side eye with one of those like kind of shrugs. And I know that you did not approve of my actions.
Yes.
You found them to be reckless, dangerous, without foresight.
I do not think looting from the dead was worth giving a potential maleficent caster a part of your being.
And it's funny. Perhaps that woman will take my hair and burn it and I will die in the morning. Perhaps she will weave it into something beautiful, as she said, and it will bring light to this world. I do not know. But I could not not take the opportunity. This was a chance for me to make a choice for myself. One that I have been denied my entire life. Surely you can understand.
I can understand. And I appreciate and commend your wonderful outlook on the world. And hope that nothing bad shall come to you.
Oh, something bad will most definitely come. But perhaps not from this.
Not if I can help it.
Fair enough, Alex.
As you guys are walking along the road, you will see off to the side of the forest. You will see a break in the trees, and you will notice a large set of standing stones.
What on earth is this? And Ireena will break away in a jog to kind of run over and look at it closely.
Yeah. Let me switch over. The mossy stone slabs stand about 4 feet in height and rest on like smaller stone surfaces bearing intricately carved curls and spirals. And one bears a large carving of a woman with an eye in her forehead. In the center there. And you will see a raven was sitting on the center stone and will look at you and caw and fly off as you approach. And let me pull you guys over.
Could this perhaps be linked to that ruined church we found? One of the 3 figures?
Perhaps. GM, can I roll like history to know if I know anything about this?
Go ahead.
Or can I persuade the stones to tell me their
roll
story?
Roll perception or roll investigation. Go look around.
I'm gonna roll perception if that's all right.
She
All right.
who hunts, she who...
And just for like kind of so you know what you're looking at, the style of the carving is kind of in this style where it's like carved spirals.
I just need to player vent for 2 seconds. Ireena is from Barovia, and every time I try to like roll like what do I know about Barovia, I like can't roll higher than a freaking 7.
You've spent your whole life in books reading about faraway lands and adventures. Not that much time paying attention to the land around you.
This place sucks. I hate
it.
Can I make a quick, like, is my character paranoid about this check?
Okay.
Am I concerned that the person we just met, one Jeny Greenteeth, is she who weaves with all that tapestry shit? Or is this like, a lot of people are avid weavers and orb spinners and...
Jam, I'd like to roll to solve.
I'd like to buy a vowel and then solve, please. But if you know what,
roll your insight check to see if you, the character, have made this connection.
That's fair. All right, insight. Ooh,
Most impossible to see. Yeah, your character does feel a little paranoid that you just met at least someone who has a lot of similarities with what's being described in lore from this land.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and
looking at the stones with that thought going through my head.
Ireena, as you go on the center stone, this is the carving that you see.
It's beautiful. she would kind of, she's not going to be able to help it. She would take her finger and kind of run it along the lines on the altar. You know what I mean? Just tracing the carvings. She is beautiful. I wish I knew her name.
As you're doing this, you're actually going to see quite a few crows start to roost in the trees around you, fluttering their wings softly.
Do it, Druid. Do it, Druid. Do it.
You said crows?
Ravens, yes.
Okay, there's a big difference. Which one?
Ravens.
Okay. Yes. I will cast Speak with Animals, not as a ritual, so we can just get it out of the way.
Okay. What are you asking? Because right now they're silent. They're not cawing. They're just fluttering their wings softly in the trees as Ireena traces her hands over the patterns carved in the rock.
Winchester will walk forward. Hello there.
There'll be kind of like a ripple effect of all their wings fluttering.
What is this place?
One will turn its head and kind of point an eye at you and caw, and you will hear the word seeker. And then another one will caw, a lady of the forest.
Seeker. Lady of the Forest. This is a shrine to the Seeker?
They will respond in the affirmative.
Does this place still have any power left? Or is it inert?
They seem unsure of how to answer your question. They'll just kind of like squawk at you and like, roll back their wings in a flutter. Readjust their feet on the branch.
Is the Seeker a friend?
Yes, our mistress.
The Lady of Ravens?
Lady of the Forest.
Where can we find the Seeker?
Again, they're not sure how to answer this question.
Are there more places of power like this?
To the west. With the building and blades in the sky.
Building with blades in the sky. All right. Excuse me. Anyone have any questions for these fine ravens?
You can speak with them.
Oh yes.
He hasn't been shouting at trees, hopefully. Right? You haven't been shouting
Well,
at trees.
he was barking earlier, and I did not want to assume. He told me it was safe, and so I chose to trust him. I want to ask a raven. I do have a question, though it's not very... Can you ask them what it is like to fly?
Yes. My friend here would like to know what it is like to fly.
The raven is going to hop down on a low branch and squawk at Ireena. And then, hop on its feet. Bring her close.
Ireena, they would like you to approach.
She will. Zero hesitation.
So you're
Moving
gonna do
forward
like
to
a
grab
kind
her.
of a slow drop of your hand from touching the stone carving and walk over to this crow till it's on a branch about eye level with you, and it will look at you, squawk for a second, and then just peck your forehead right here. And you, for a second, see a land of mist beneath you. Cool wind in your wings. You can feel your feathers adjusting in the movement as you catch a pocket of warm air that lifts you up. And you will dip to the left and dive down to a cool, dark, still lake and glide along its glassy surface. And then you will come back to yourself.
Oh,
And the crow, the raven will like look an eye at you, and then squawk and flutter off.
Ireena will have tears in her eyes, and she'll look over at Winchester. You must thank them for this gift.
My friend thanks you.
Now that you're not touching the stone carving, you're gonna notice the ravens are leaving like almost like guests from a party, just slowly flying away bit by bit.
What did they tell you, Winchester?
This place is a shrine to the Seeker, the Lady of the Forest.
To her, and she'll point to the carving.
Yes. The same Seeker that we learned about in the book we found, in Child's Rhymes.
Oh, well, in that case, and again, Ireena's gonna reach into her herb pouch and she's gonna pull out, some gathered items, ideally like her prettier options, and kind of bundle them together, and move to the shrine, and place it carefully on it, and say, "A gift for the Seeker."
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so, if you guys step back onto the road and continue your travel, eventually, below you in the valley, you will climb closer, or descend down and come closer and closer to that windmill you saw perched atop the little hill. And you will see that the road here transitions from being a winding path through the mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into the fog-filled valley. And in that heart of the valley, you see that walled town near the shores of that great mountain lake. But before that valley, you see a branch that leads westward just a bit up onto a little promontory, atop which is perked a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill, above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. And perched on one of the blades of the windmill is a raven. And then behind the windmill, you can see a mound in the earth surrounded by standing stones. And Toby, I need you to make a Constitution save as through the air you can smell the wonderful scent of pies baking.
Fun.
No.
Oh, Winchester, come here. You seem to have some twigs that have managed their way into your hair. Let me pull those out. By the way, there seems to be a windmill. Old, decrepit.
Yeah.
Building the blades. Yes, that windmill has another place of power for one of these deities. We should go investigate for sure.
Toby,
Toby's nose
you
just goes
failed
up
your
and smells
save.
it. Did I?
You
I don't know.
want nothing more than to get closer to that scent.
That actually
you
works out
need
pretty well.
that. Your mouth immediately begins salivating, and the taste of those pies, the call of those dreams, is overpowering. And with that, we are actually going to end the session there. It's a little bit of a shorter session today because one of our players has to go and get their vaccine. And we will just deal with the results of that con save next session. So, let's see here. Let me stop this and we'll take you back over here. And I will have to move and update the map and move your little marker since you've made it much further past the falls and everything. You're kind of more over here now. But yeah, so that will conclude session 7 of Curse of Strahd Dark Echoes. Thank you all for joining us. Tune in for more every other Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific. Our next session will be Saturday, April 10th. But do not go far because later tonight I will be back here for Velvet Glove, run by Sir Heck, in which the TPK Coven runs through this as teenage girls from the 1970s, skipping class and doing crime, getting into all sorts of trouble. And then there's a whole bunch else going on, so players, I'll let you say what you're involved with. I am LUKALOCK, and I have been your Dungeon Master this morning.
Hi, so that's me first. I'm Osiris Franco. I played Ireena Kolyana, the Human Ranger. And it sounds like we're about to run into a creepy windmill full of dream pies. So excited for that. If you like my face and the words I say sometimes, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at OsiraXFranco. Some places that I'll be in, upcoming, you can catch me tomorrow night over at Nat 20 in the Morningstar and Company campaign, post Barovia, post Abyss, finally back in Faerun situation. That's a lot of fun. Throughout the week, we've got a lot going on. You can find me here at TBK Roleplay and shows like The Harpers. We also have a round table recapping Roundhouse, our Monster of the Week campaign. We just finished out season 1 last week, and I am so excited to talk about that campaign. It was wonderful. You can find me at Nat 20 and Beyond the Tides on Wednesday, which is also very exciting. And that's kind of it for the next little bit. I'm very excited. Some things I have coming up on TBK Roleplay. I GM The Bard's Refrain. That will be later this month in April, and also a very exciting one-shot that will be very fast and very furious. So I'm very excited for that as well. I'm passing it over to Cole.
Hello, everybody. I am Korabi. I played Colin the Antiquarian. As for things I am in, I think the very next one is just Dark Echoes again, 2 weeks from today. If you want to hang out on Tuesdays before either TOA or Harper's, I stream on my channel over there before they go live. And that's about it from me. So Ty is next.
Hey everyone, sorry for the short episode, but I have to go get my second vaccination shot, so that's pretty important, I guess. I am Tyrant. You can find me everywhere at Dr. Tyrant. I am a player, host, GM, and staff member for TPK. I played Winchester, the uh, dead person. Um, my brain is fried, guys. It's Saturday morning, and yeah. Let's see. Tuesday, I will be in Harper Investigations, reprising my role as Luke. We'll see if I can kill any more party members. Wednesday, I will be over on Nat 20 for Beyond the Tides, where I'll be playing my other murderous character. God, there's a theme, guys. There's a theme. I'll be back here for Roundhouse Whitebridge, the recap of Season 1 on Thursday. And then I believe I don't have anything until Dark Echoes. However, I do want to take a moment and talk about something very important happening on Friday, April 16th. I will be GMing my third ever one-shot here at TPK. And it will be a Monster of the Week one-shot in the world of Scooby-Doo. All of our cast members will be playing characters of Mystery Inc., and it's going to be a very hijinksy, feel-good episode of Scooby-Doo and Monster of the Week, so come check that out on the 16th. Tony.
Hey, I've been Tony playing Toby, the currently pissed off lizard folk. I don't really have much going on. I got Tuesday Harper's, and then a week after that, it's Beyond the Undergrowth. But I have to come up with things for stuff because my party keeps changing things, and I don't expect it. Goddamn. And then Dark Echoes, 2 weeks. We're gonna have to see if everyone can keep up with Toby, because he wants them just decadent little hand pies.
Toby can eat them. We're over stopping him. Just let him eat them.
No, don't be angry just because you got shut down today.
Oh, everybody got shut down.
We were told
today.
to treat him like an adult so he can make his own mistakes.
But that's it for me.
Turk?
Okay. Sorry, I thought Tony was about to self-deprecate himself and I wasn't going to have it. This does a whole lot for this community, and I'm not going to let him sit there in his wrongness. Anyway.
I don't do shit.
Hi, my name is Turk. I will fight you, sir, with love and compassion. Tony does amazing things for everyone, and you should all be proud and happy to be here with us. You're wearing an alligator crocodile onesie. You fool. You have made a hand puppet. Anyway, I am TURKACCENTED on Twitch and Twitter, deliverer of good vibes, player and GM here on TPK, also player over on Nat 20, but I'll get to that. Tomorrow, with Total Party Recap, breaking down anything and everything good, so of course, tune in later tonight to watch the Velvet Underground.
I keep going to say the same thing every time.
Right? It's really
every
tempting.
time.
But it's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's an amazing system. It's the Powered by the Apocalypse. So if you're all familiar with Roundhouse Whitebridge, it's going to be that level of player creativity and madness. So it's going to be so much fun. And I know Heck has been working really hard on that. But speaking of Heck, Total Party Recap on Sunday night with myself, Cole, and Heck, as we talk about all the cool things that happened here on gosh, sorry, I got a message and my mind went blank. But we're going to talk about all the cool things on TPK, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to have a really good time. But the 29th, I will be DMing Mask of the Worms, which is a very fun special one-shot with some creepy horror elements to help kick off your Poetry Month with some faces you don't usually see on TPK, and it will be a whole lot of fun. And include Purple Phil in the chat right now. He'll be here on screen. So make sure you send all the love that he usually has in chat for you right back at his face, as well as all the other amazing players we're going to have. Tuesday, bringing back the armored aspect of the Himbo squad with Ulrich. Thursday at that roundhouse roundtable, and just talking about how much fun we had. And then Saturday on the 3rd, I will be in Overarms on the top shelf, doing all the Persona, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Ghost Punch and shit. Of course, we have Sherlock Investigations coming up as well, and of course, a very swift and vicious one-shot, which you'll be excited about, as well as some other projects not on TVK that I can get into later in the month, because there's a whole lot of stuff. But I'll throw it back over to Luca.
All right. Thank you all for hanging out. Come join the Discord and go to our website to see the schedule. Love you all. Have a good Saturday. Come back later for Velvet Glove. Goodbye.